February 5th, called to order the Franklin County Commission meeting.
Commissioner Stottlemyre,
Present.
Commissioner Waymire, Chair Harris,
Present.
Vice Chair Metter,
Present.
Commissioner Dickinson.
Well, we'll pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any correspondence,
I have nothing, Rod.
public comment?
Nope.
On the consent agenda, consider approval of claim vouchers and tax orders of $399,152.22. Consider the approval payroll period of December 21st, 24 to January 20th, 25th. Consider the approval of Franklin County Commission meeting minutes for the January 29th. Consider approving the solicitation bids for noxious weeds chemicals.
Motion approved.
Second.
Commissioner Stottlemyre,
Yes.
Commissioner Metter,
Yes.
Commissioner Dickinson.
Yes.
Chair Waymire, Chair Harris, sorry.
Yes.
Flashback.
Okay. Item of business. Christie?
Good morning. I just have the annual Zoll extended warranty and preventative maintenance contract. This will be for the 2025 year. It will cover both of our Zoll transport ventilators and 7 of our monitor defibrillators. This is something that we do every year. They come, they service them, they calibrate them, they qualify them. They also give us, it's a program where if something breaks on one of the monitors, they overnight us another monitor for us to use, so we're not down monitors, and then there's no charge to get them fixed.
Okay. Any questions? There a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Metter,
Yes.
Commissioner Dickinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Stottlemyre,
Yes.
Chair Harris.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think we're down to staff reports.
Yeah, thanks, Rod. Paul, Jeff, and I met yesterday to discuss this federal appropriations grant through Sharice's office. We are moving forward on that. Paul and I also met last week with Sharice and her aide Ben, had a nice discussion, not necessarily about this, but it was discussed. So I don't know, Paul, what is the deadline on that? Yeah, and Jeff had already made great progress on it, so just wanted the four of you to know that that is in the works, so that's all I have, Rod.
Okay.
Got two things. One, I just want to let you guys know we did get approval for the grant funding for septic systems to be repaired. So we should be getting those funds in the bank around mid-March. It's at the state financial office. The second thing is I have the approvals of us doing the inspections and whatnot for Princeton and Richmond, as we've previously discussed, that limit us to just the homes and keeping us out of all the infrastructure and whatnot that we do not feel comfortable doing. But I just want to bring that to your attention, and I'll get a couple of signatures from you and Mr. Brown here and get that taken care of.
Thanks, Pat.
Thank you.
Paul?
Thanks, Mr. Toth.
Morning, Commissioners. Just to let you know, right now, we're doing a lot of work on different grants. As Derek just mentioned, we're working with, and Jeff's doing the heavy lifting on it, but we'll get a proposal submitted to Sharice's office, and the timeline on that is we have to get it to Sharice by the 7th of March. And then she looks at it from all of her proposals throughout the district, and she'll pick a few and submit those up to the appropriation. So it's a long process. We're still waiting. We've got the Princeton appropriations proposal in the current appropriations bill, and we're just waiting on Congress to maybe do something progressive and pass that. And once they do, if it gets through, then Princeton will get a pretty good chunk of money to work on infrastructure. Also working on what's called through the state of Kansas Towns Grants. These are a maximum of 10,000 with a 10% match. And it's for communities under 5,000 population. So working with Princeton on one to see if we can get a new HVAC system for their community building, and working on one with Wellsville on a new sound system for downtown. And so just odds and ends there. And then I'm meeting now on a monthly basis with our contact at Wynn O'Brien, which is who the state's contracted with to support us in grant submissions. And she sent me a slew of stuff I'll dig through in the coming days to look at different options and opportunities. Everything's on hold at the federal level, but my philosophy is we need to keep working and doing our part. And then if they do open the floodgates, then we're ready and able to make applications. So we'll keep doing that. I'm not going to stop just because things are kind of on pause in the Capitol. And then our YEC, our Youth Entrepreneurship Events, the end of this month, and we've got 5 teams enrolled at this point. Going to go have another meeting at Ottawa High today with another class. It'll be the second class I talked to there and trying to get a few more. But we did get a grant for $2,000 from Network Kansas to help support that event. So that was nice of Network Kansas. So. And then lastly, just an update. I'm still under an NDA, so can't say a whole lot, but I can say that the project out of Proximity Park's moving forward nicely. They reported the other day they're getting great support from the city of Ottawa, and those things are moving. And some of the other partners they need to work with, we've had some constructive meetings, and things are moving forward nicely on that front. So far, we're still on track. Anything can bump it. But I've made a bunch of introductions from different companies and members of FCDC that hope that they'll utilize those. And they've been very open to visiting with those folks and saying, hey, what are your services and how can that help us? And then lastly, I'll say is I'm excited that as we push out for renewals of membership, Panasonic has actually joined FCDC. So that's a nice connection that we've got now with the Panasonic plan. So happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Christie, you got any more? Dustin? Jeff?
Just briefly, good morning, Commission. Weather conditions, as you woke up this morning, you might notice it was a little frosty. We got some ice out there, so we've got the guys out working right now. We started at regular time this morning, but we're hitting the bridges and some of the slick spots. Parking lots right now are kind of treacherous. But I think the temperatures are supposed to warm up. I'd just like to remind everybody that this is February. This is the real first thaw that we've seen in the last week or so. So this is pothole season. We are out trying to fill potholes and repair gravel roads, and we'd appreciate everybody's patience while we're doing that. When it's wet like this, it's very difficult for us to get them dry enough to hold. So, but we will be out there attempting to try to make the road conditions better, and just be patient with us. That's all I got.
Yeah. Commissioners?
Yeah, I went to the Solid Waste Authority, Lake Region, the other day, is down in Mount City, and they were asking us if we still haven't, we still need an alternate on that board. So sometime we need to have it brought before us to vote on an alternate member for that board. With myself and Peg, but you need an alternate. And the reason is, the last couple of meetings, I've been the only one there. Well, she don't have, if somebody calls and says they can't be there, she can't get a hold of an alternate unless there is an alternate. So that's just, they asked me if I'd bring that up. And we're not the only county. It always happens every year about this time when you change.
What better time than the present, Don? Do we want to go ahead and name an alternate right now?
But what's your suggestion?
Yeah, I completely support it. I mean, I'd be willing to assist in any way that I can, so.
Do you want to be the alternate?
I'm willing, absolutely.
it don't
Makes more sense than
happen
any of us.
very often, but I'd nominate Mr. Welton for the alternate on the Lake Region RC&D.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just contact her if you would, or have Peg contact,
I will do it. Thank
get
you.
you on the mailing list. Yeah, another thing I'll mention about that, in April, they'll be having their annual meeting. That's when they reelect all the officers and so forth, and it'll be in Garnett, and they'll be holding it at the Dutch House. So I'm sure you all, commissioners, will all be getting a letter that you're welcome to attend if you want to attend. And I've mentioned here a while back, working with the Rural Prosperity out of Commerce Department, and I finally got the lady lined up to come here on May the 6th in the Commissioners Room at the Lake Region RC&D meeting. I'll tell everybody when it gets closer, but she's going to be here to present the same program she gave out to KC on a lot of the grants and stuff, just like the small grants that Paul's talking about. And it gives the opportunity for people to actually talk directly to the person that issues the grants, not just look at your computer and apply for a grant. So I'll bring it up to the later date. A lot of sickness going on. Everybody want to be careful. I know I've had a half a dozen meetings in the last month. They've canceled them due to sickness. I know round two meeting was the last one the other day, that a lot of people with flu right now. And so we'll be careful.
The only thing I did was went to the Pomona City Council meeting on Monday.
And I did Monday night, I went to the Princeton City Council meeting, and they're waiting on word, moving forward. And they said that you were coming, getting that paper signed, so things are moving forward. They actually have another lady that's doing another house. And not only the flu, but COVID also is going around, so stay well, everybody. That's all I got.
I have nothing. Consider a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Say aye.
Aye.